When I was in sixth grade, I used to play Minecraft every day for 3 hours or 4 hours a day. This was ruining my life, but I didn't know it yet. I was just fine, and it never really affected me or bothered me in any way. However, the side effects caught up to me later, and I want to make sure that nobody falls into the same trap that I have of playing too many video games and getting very addicted. Now, I know that many of us have already fallen into that trap. So, if you have, I'm going to help you out today. I'm going to tell you how you can escape this trap in the shortest amount of time possible and why it's not as bad as it seems. It's just life outside the trap. So, when I moved schools, I realized the effect it had on my life. My grades went down, couldn't make any friends, and it made me realize just how bad the game was for me. And I don't know if I already mentioned this, but yeah, I did. Specifically, the game I was playing was Minecraft, but any game can be bad for you when you switch environments. And it's already bad for you, so that's the main reason I quit. But I got so many extra benefits. Another reason I quit is because I started working out. When I started working out, I found out about self-improvement. I found out that you could progress in different areas of life other than fitness. And there were these videos on bad habits, right? And which ones I should quit. And video games were on there. And so I realized after 2 years of playing this game for 3 hours, 4 hours a day, I never questioned anything about it. Like, is this good for me? Is this a waste of time? Only then I started questioning if it's good for me. And I instantly realized, no, this is very bad for me, so I quit. But how did I quit? So I deleted the app, and I didn't play any other games at the time. I was only addicted to one game. But I don't recommend this approach because it doesn't really train your willpower. That's the only one I knew at that time, and it worked for me. I had the urges to come back, but there's a lot of friction to re-download the app. It's a lot easier to relapse and to play again when you have the app readily available to you while you're just on your computer. Whereas if you have to re-download it to play it again, that's a whole different level of friction for you to play the game. So, what effect did it have on my life? So, yeah, I started getting way better grades. I made more friends because I wasn't on the game all the time. I became more athletic and got into the gym. And it also taught me that I could, instead of grinding in a video game, grind in real life. You know, Skyblock is the main game I played on Minecraft. It's very similar to real life because your objective is to make as much money and level up your skills. And through one specific YouTuber, I learned that this analogy works in real life as well. You could be leveling up your skills in real life, or you could be making money in real life. And then I noticed how pointless the video games were. Also, another point, right now you might not want to quit video games, and I understand that. And I've made a whole other video on why you should quit video games. So I'm going to recap some of the points for you if you don't feel convinced yet. So firstly, video games basically appeal to all of your core desires of making money, leveling up skills, building your status, but they do it in the virtual world. So your desire for that is fulfilled, and you don't have any desire to do it in the real world. That's why when you play too many video games, you become a loser in the real world. And all of your achievements are in the virtual world, which means that you're going to use the virtual world as some sort of escape from the real world, because your real life isn't good, but in your virtual life, you're very high status. You know, you're a mage, you're a knight, whatever. You're a king, but in real life, you're just a guy who plays video games. So it makes you realize, is this that good for me? And then another thing, many people have made friends through video games. And oh boy, is this something that I have beef with. Not because I'm jealous of them, but understand this. These people are not your friends. When video games aren't in the picture, you won't get along with them. You all are friends with the substance that you're doing, which is video games. You're not actually friends with each other. So when you ever try to get them out to do anything other than play that one video game, it might turn out that you have nothing in common. It might turn out that you do, but that's rare. And also, the people who you meet through playing video games play video games. So that also makes you question the quality of people that they are. And what are some other points from my other video? So, when you play too many video games, your dopamine receptors get absolutely fried, and you become unable to enjoy basic things in real life because you're too stimulated by the virtual world. So imagine, you're stimulated in the virtual world and you're feeling happy while you play the game, but outside the game, you have no ambition, no desire to do anything, because you're already, your baseline levels for happiness have gone way up, so real life doesn't cut it anymore. And now you need to spend more and more time playing video games just to feel like you're living. And that is an existence that I wish on no one, but many people that I know are experiencing. And so this video also goes out to you. When you play these video games, your brain gets used to the amount of happiness and motivation hormone that you receive, so your real life becomes worse. That is the basic truth of video games. The more you play, the worse your life gets. And there's still people that argue that it's a productive habit and that you can do it in balance, but I completely disagree, and I think there's no benefit to it and it should be cut out of your life. And that's it for today. Follow my Patreon, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and embrace progress, not perfection. See ya.